everything's great, but if it's not going to present the desired effect in any quicker of a time scale, then what type of actions could we take? Considering the bureaucracy and everything where we're at.
I think whatever you say next, which was to ask the question, how long are you going to take? The question, she's going to have to respond, because that's in terms of order. And so she would be the one that we would probably turn to and ask the question, what is that process and how long is it going to take? Who is that?
So the Vice Chancellor of Administrative Affairs?
For Administrative Affairs is where all, any facilities, facility improvements, are the responsibility of that question.
Is that Marcia Sakai?
Yes.
I would have another question is, what is the process for students to put in either violation act or something to administration, where we filed or looked at for the non-communication? Because it was already, it's been, we shared an expert within the engagement hall who has shared that the non-continuance, to not apply is a violation that came from the faculty member of expertise in the field. So how can we, because that's what we're running. It's already, the facts are laid out. What I'm getting from this is that keep fighting, right? Even though we recognize, keep fighting, still pay your tuition, still come here and eat the scraps, do whatever you can, keep fighting, but withdraw. And that's the part I feel it's unethical already. It's enough. 120 years, I cannot go any further. That's why we're here, just to have the next generation coming to this institution. So, what is that process? We need to start. I'm asking how can we move and shape to relieve pressure, because this is unacceptable.
So I guess I'm going to sort of speak in its generic term. If an individual believes that, or anybody believes that the university is not meeting its obligation, whatever that obligation might be, the individuals that have authority over the university is the Board of Regents. That's the highest level you can go, and then above them is really sort of then the governor. So that's sort of the protocol of if you want to question the non-obligation of the administration, you take it to court.
Is there like a form or something you fill out?
I don't believe there's a
Just
form.
go to the meeting.
Yeah,
I have to
I have to admit, I don't know if you can go online. Unlike with student conduct, or faculty grievance.
Open meetings.
I don't know of agreements. There probably is. I wouldn't be surprised if you went online to the VOR. I've never had to. VOR website. There might be a form that says if you have a complaint. File.
So that document that you said that was put into place in 2011 that says the mission.
The 2008 is when we added into the university have a mission, the university's responsibility to meet requirements.
So would it be fair to task accountability to the Board of Regents in following through with that, in citing this letter?
It's in the Board of Regents'
purview?
Yeah, it's the mission that comes under the board.
So that would be like a grounds to hold them accountable to that duty to the student population. Trying to be like French teacher class.
So since we're at this moment that you guys are going to follow state law, and we're compelled to follow Kingdom law with the following information from various different professional and reliable resources, we're going to continue to exercise our natural rights and liberties to pursue this incident that's been occurring for over 121 years. We're going to continue to exercise. So what is your guys, since you guys had a meeting about this in your guys' agenda, what's the punishment that's going to be handed down for the continuous exercises while we keep on doing? Because you guys are going to comply with yours, as we're going to comply with ours, your patriotism, our patriotism, and how is this going to be coming about? Because you guys had a discussion, because we will be continuing to exercise. How is the punishment going to be distributed now that we are making it clear that you guys have your position, we have ours? Is there going to be any ramifications for the continuance of our exercising that will continue tomorrow morning, or the further days down this line, and the continuing of next year? Because we're going to continue to take down the flag.
So what's the punishment?
Like
Yeah, because we're gonna continue
potential
to-
expulsion,
We
things
have
of
a-
that nature, potentially,
Yeah.
which would be,
Because we're going to continue to engage
know,
in this exercise,
yeah.
which is one
Because on the one hand, as we stated,
One lock
according
it
to
up.
the laws of occupation,
Yeah.
we're taking the correct action, and yet the state law cites that if we do this, we're breaking state law. So it's a contradiction,
Because we already put up the lockbox already.
right?
Yeah.
Which means that it forces us now to, if we have to cut the lock, now we're
Yeah.
breaking it's a CPD
Vandalism.
4, I believe, criminal property damage 4, because of the charge less than 2 months, but that's putting us in a risk on purpose because the university has knowledge.
Yeah.
We haven't made a statement or a decision that if someone, because it could be anybody, takes down the flag, that there's going to be punishment. If we followed state law, we could use that. But again, being an institution of higher education, you sort of take a higher role by saying you can learn from these kinds of situations. So what could be punishable in one setting is also a learning opportunity, I think.
But it seems that the university still puts us at risk of whatever policy or punishment that the state or the university decides by continuing to raise the flag above the Hawaiian flag when it could be avoided by not raising any flag at all.
Remedy.
That is an option, and we need that people talk about it. I mentioned that earlier. So we do have that option as well.
No decision on any of those regards. Just basically another flagpole's coming and that's it.
That's it. I mean, that's pretty much it, and that's not, it's not acceptable because on this basis, it opens up also the talk of how does a subject enroll into the university?
To do with these tax purposes. Right?
So I
That's
mean,
very
this
rare.
is a continued basis because again, by law, what we're told and what we're asked is by non-compliance, it's direct action. So the next after that is how does the subject enroll into the UH then? In this is the violation of this. So it's
So that gets
very
into
important.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I mean,
that is,
just trying to,
Yeah.
it's
So I think that, when we talked about earlier, if there is a belief that the university is in non-compliance, then if a variety of avenues that an individual has to try to rectify it. Or not.
where do students so we're probably just about a handful of students that's concerned about this. Where do we go? I mean, there is no place here on campus or any campus that provides, a lot of this education came from outside of this university. I mean, a lot of us spent not classroom hours researching and proving the presumption of this and bringing up these facts that what do we need a better solution? I guess we're unsatisfied, right? Is there anybody satisfied with the remedy that they proposed as students?
So the question was, where do the students go?
Yeah.
So the students have multiple options. You can go to your student leaders. That's one option. Because they have a voice. They're actually a recognized group by the Board of Regents. Your University of Hawaii, any of the what we call charter student organizations. So in the case of Hilo, it's University of Hawaii Student Association. Hawaii Community College has the Associated Students of Hawaii Community College. Those are the leaders of the campuses. Their existence is an establishment was based on the Board of Regents. They were one entity.
We actually seek help from a lot of counselors and teachers, but yet we get reflected in a different view because of the state issues. They use state issues when we are compelled to follow the bigger picture, which everybody else complies with, and then we always run into this